The reason why I really want him on child support, for 2 years straight, he filed my income tax with my son's name on it.
Ms. Rawls, he filed your income tax or he filed his own?
He filed my son's.
He filed your income tax or he filed his and claimed the child? Ms. Rawls, I've just placed on the screen a copy of the Inmate Information Details Report from the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. May I look at this report?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Rawls. State's Exhibit B is admitted in debit.
Thank you. And do you know, does Mr. Sims have any income that you're aware of?
No, ma'am.
And how long has Mr. Sims been in prison?
A few months, since around May.
And was he in prison any time prior to that?
No, ma'am. And just jail and prison, or that's the same thing?
Yes. And prior to that time, did he ever provide financial support for Walter?
Never.
And are you asking the court for any type of back child support?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what type of health insurance does Walter have?
He's on Medicaid.
Okay. And does Mr. Sims have any other children that you're aware of?
No, ma'am.
Okay. The state will pass this witness.
Are you next witness?
I have no further witnesses.
Ms. Rawls, in the last 4 years, how long has Mr. Sims been incarcerated? Either county jail, local jail, or TDC?
A few months that I'm aware of.
That's it. That's all you. Ms. Rawls, is there anything else that you think I need to know about this case before I make a ruling?
I would like to just say, the reason why I really want him on child support is because I want to have everything in black and white, because we had a problem a few years ago. For 2 years straight, he filed my income tax with my son's name on it. Because I was working jobs. I worked like turnaround jobs where I will work one plant and then stop work, get laid off, work another plant.
Construction.
So I will be waiting all year. I'll be waiting a few months for my income, my W-2s to come in.
Right.
And within that time frame, he would already file my income tax. Okay. I told him that it was a issue the first time. He went and did it again the second time.
So he filed, Ms. Rawls, he filed your income tax or he filed his own?
He filed my son's.
He filed your income tax or he filed his and claimed the child?
There you go. Yes, sir.
Because he can't file yours. That's a federal prison offense.
Yeah, he filed my son. I'm sorry.
So he claimed the child on his income tax.
Yes.
So let me ask you some basic questions, Ms. Rawls. Is income tax a federal or state issue?
I think it's a state issue.
No,
I'm not sure.
Taxes are federal government. Okay. So the taxes you're referring to are a federal income tax issue. Or is this a federal court that we're in today?
State court.
There you go. I have no jurisdiction or authority, nor does any order that I sign have any jurisdiction or authority to issue rulings regarding federal income tax issues. Okay.
Okay. But even with a ruling or anything like that, I'm just saying that to say, like, this is a problems that he would like do when he's not even around my son. Okay. Or doesn't even have custody or doesn't even help financially.
Okay.
And even with that being said, he also had my son under he was getting food stamps. My son was never even in his home or nothing like that.
Right. That's something you'll have to take up with the welfare state that you're dealing with the Medicaid and your food stamps on your own. Okay.
Yeah, I did all that on my own, but it was always something like, well, we need proof that he's in your custody, or we need something in black and white saying that.
I'm gonna give you that.
So
I'm gonna sign something to that effect today. Okay.
Okay, that's pretty much like everything. But as far as that, he's just never around or.
Okay. Well, I'm not
just living his best life.
I'm not gonna give him visitation rights anyway, Miss Rawls. He's in prison.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Anything else, Miss Rawls?
That's pretty much it. Thank you.
Court's going to find the court's jurisdiction. The court's going to find, based on the testimony of Miss Rawls, it is not in Walter Jr.'s best interest to name the parties as joint managed conservators. Miss Rawls will be named as the sole managed conservator. Mr. Sims will be a possessory conservator. There will be no domicile restriction in this case. Non-disclosure was not pled, so That's not an issue. I will order Ms. Rawls to maintain the health insurance that she has on the child at this time. I will make the finding that Mr. Sims is currently incarcerated, and therefore his child support will be zero and his medical support will be zero until that situation changes. I will also find that it is not in the child's best interest to award visitation at this time due to the incarceration of the father. That the no visitation clause, Ms. Simone, shall be placed in the front part of the court order behind the possession provision paragraph that's in your orders, okay?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, also court cost by Mr. Sims, but I'll give him until May 31st of 2024 to pay my court cost. Anything further in regards to this case, Ms. Simone?
Was there a ruling on any retroactive child support?
Oh, yeah, there is, $8,100.
Okay,
Yep, good question. $100 payout.
put that December 1st.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Rawls, Ms. Simone's office is gonna send me an order. If it matches what I said here today, I'm gonna sign it and get it back to them. Then they're gonna make a copy of it and send it to you and to Mr. Sims, okay?
Yes, sir.
You have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, you have a great day, Ms. Rawls.
Ms. Sublet also wants to request a tax provision that Mr. Waits not claim the child on his taxes.
He has came over very drunk on my couch.
Have you ever been criminally convicted of any type of alcohol-related offense?
No, Your Honor.
But your concern is that if you provide her social security number for him to enroll the child, he might use that for tax purposes. Is that correct?